Mako not aware of this lurk.
Oh, he was watching for it. Seemed like he did have somewhat of a read, but Munchkin just a little bit too snappy with the shot. Is able to go ahead and find that first kill. As right now the rest of DRX looking to push their way forward here in towards the site. Texture up top here at the drop. Not gonna go sliding down, has the paint shell, just trying to go ahead and dissuade and interrupt the plant, is able to do so. A smattering of damage gonna be put there onto Estrella. Texture does get taken down. Solid shots from Bane. Go ahead, break down that race, but Munchkin just swinging out, able to find himself a second as Hyunmin will hit the floor. Ooh! Headshot coming across, but Foxy9 still able to stay alive on his feet. 2 players now left as Estrella tries to turn the tides of this fight, but it all falls down to Freeing. But look at the HP bars. Foxy, Ash, both no health to speak of as he's sticking it, and Freeing is wise too at a Red Bull clutch. Is the drone going to be cleared out? Nope, never mind. Karon still out in the open, safe, and tapping heads. Comes away with 2. Munchkin at the same time able to find Mako on that linger outside of B. From a solid start into a collapse.
Spot for, oh my God.
Just the king of that.
Well, I was going to say, they have the Vice Wall there. No, you're never safe with Mako there.
Texture trying to scale forward and take some space, and he's able to go ahead and get rewarded finding 1. Hyunmin going to be taken down, but Karon traded at the same time, so 2 deaths here on this B site. Wall going to go up. Ash looking for a punish, but gets forced away here by the snake bite. Wraps back around. Foxy, though, solid shot. Puts Freeing on the floor, and now we go into a 3v3. It's DRX. Where do they try to get to here for the post plan is the question.
Oh, that's a nice kill for Ash. That really opens up some space.
Player advantage now here in their hands. Sees getting a connection here onto Estrella. He's being held in position, but for now is not at risk. Gen.G, despite the numbers advantage, still trying to play this out a little bit more patiently. Estrella now all of the weight on his shoulders.
You can send the Tejo ult.
I think that was just a bit of a timing. But Hyunmin just ends up getting barrel stuffed by Foxy9. There's Ash, little whiffy on the shots. Mako able to come away with 1. Damage not going to be suffered, and Mako finds another.
30 seconds.
Armageddon now going to be called through as Spike ready to get planted. Mako still strafing forward. Texture here to go ahead and intercept. Paint shell is at the ready, but misjudges the plant spot. Still swings out, however. Finds 1, looks for another. Can't quite make it happen. Bane down to 33, stays alive. It's Munchkin tagging up Freeing. Get a headshot right there through the door.
He's going to read the reposition, tries to.
He's at least keeping 1 player locked out here for the moment. Foxy9 loses this battle, now it's all on Munchkin. Both players dangerously low. Bit of a fake out here. Seems like Munchkin maybe not buying it. Eyes still trained on this connector, but Bane has the swing out timing. Stunned up there by it. This flash into the back, and Hyunmin comes strafing forward, just gate crashing out, and finds 2 kills. Karon not ready for him to be there at drop. Plant now going to be in play. Foxy9, however, delivering, able to find a shot. Now the Steel Guardian going to be invested, looking to take their weapons away as the pit gets invested here on the site. Munchkin strafing forward, Texture around the back, able to find 1. Estrella now going to be taken down, and Mako, it all falls on his shoulders. See if he can turn the tides of this round.
Might get the snake bite kill on the Foxy.
He is dangerously low, but able to avoid it here for the moment. Pit nearly dropping. Texture looking to apply some pressure.
Far. He's looking good. Salvo's out. Oh, he just walks right through the gunfire.
At this time, Foxy catching a couple strafe, but Freeing is just strafing forward into the site. Knife out, ends up falling. Munchkin, a bit more damage going to be found. As paint shells get lobbed into the back, and Estrella like to die. Texture this time, not going to be getting a 2-for-1 special. Gets sniped out of the sky as Hyunmin recovers the Phantom. Comes away with a 3rd kill.
Oh, the TP!
Drawing his attention to the side as the gate crash goes drifting past, but it's all a bit of a ruse. Karon now with everything to do. Caught a glimpse, I do believe, there of Mako. Swings the corner and cannot find the headshot. It's going to be isolated, stunned up. I mean, he is just concussed to all hell and dead. Foxy does manage to arrive fast enough to get the trade out. Punishes the killer.
He got paranoia, he got stunned. That was not a fun spot to be in for Munchkin.
He's not allowed to play the game.
No.
That's like being just grab cycled by ice climbers in Melee. Just over and over again.
Yeah, I remember that. Oh.
As, once again, not that much credence being paid over towards this drop position, and Hyunmin's able to come away with a free kill. Flash connecting there. There's the swing out. Ash going to be gunned down. Estrella able to stabilize the spray fast enough, and it seems like Foxy and Charon, I mean, they're in committed positions. Otherwise, I think they might like to go for a save. Foxy going to be able to fight back for one, but there's the salvos. Charon going to be forced to reposition. Ends up getting clipped there. The salvo does come away with the kill. Texture able to trade it out, so 1 for 1 at the end of it all as the dust settles. Spike now being brought forward towards this B site. Sees, looking for a timing there is Ash. Not quite able to find it, plays in behind that. After shock is Spike going to be dropped on the floor. Ends up getting picked back up. The ult forcing them forward. A double stack here from Texture as they offset with the blast pack. Texture comes away with the third. Drone, I don't believe. Catching a glimpse of Texture as the showstopper going to be sent in blind. Finds one. Bane going to be taken down. A lot of damage on the freeing as he's just at 7 HP. Texture looking for a little bit more. Smoke will fall and freeing now at 7 health. The only player trying to stop Gen.G from tying it up, but he's able to find the headshot onto one. Foxy, the Phantom, any amount of bullets connecting will do it. And there you go. As push onto the corner. Well, it's not going to be that one.
Yeah.
Texture on the floor.
Definitely the ace.
Let's see if Karan can come away with the ace. He's looking for the first one, but never mind. It's going to be spoiled as Foxy finds the first kill there for the side of Gen.G. Karan and Ash are able to go ahead and quickly pick up the pace as well. Damage suffered, though.
It's a good fight. I mean, again, you know, Rubble is the name of the game for Gen.G against DRX, and they've been doing a above-average job of taking those fights and controlling that territory. And this opens up the rotation for them. Now, Mako is going to get a ton of info here. He's going to be able to read this pretty quick. Not going to see anybody over at A lobby, and that's going to be with
Here's
that
the
door.
top of the door. That's actually a pivot back into B.
Ooh.
As Prowler scouting flash sent up over the top. 2 quick turns. Mako ready to backstab, and right now, Karan is not paying attention to this at all. Cycles out a smoke, and he is not tucked around the corner, so 2 taps to the head. Mako able to find that. Now brings it to a 2v2. The HP advantage here in their favor as Mako looks to clutch it out, and he shall. They still have the firepower advantage, but it's not as massive as you might expect as Foxy 9 strafing forward, able to go ahead, just get on top of Estrella. And this round looks very well secured for the side of Gen.G. Bane able to come away with 2 more eliminations, but falls down to 45, and Texture will just...
Oh boy, Mako. Oh.
Timing there, nearly finds it, but Foxy does go ahead and shut him down. Hyunmin just going to be forced to evacuate the area, takes that gate crash out to safety. And his weapon will be regained, but sight is opened up here for the plant. And goes to Texture, and that's now going to be a showstopper online.
Well, if he finds the timing here on Waterfall, that showstopper could be devastating. Nightfall.
Looking for the peaks and freeing, I think caught. Coming out of the iPad, Foxy with another 3K. This Prowler goes on the hunt, and this is gonna have to be a forced save from Hyunmin and Bane.
And he's got a lot of attention.
Up and over the top, Bane gonna be struck down. Texture looking for second, finds it. Hyunmin eliminated. The swing out, Estrella. Caught there, bit of damage, suffered, but is able to go ahead, trade that one back. Spike planted, denying the orb grab, so Estrella is still gonna be 2 away from having that Rolling Thunder online. It's Foxy on the quick peek, opting to back away. Has this upper position double stacked here alongside Ash. Salvo sent Ash, forced off, and the jump is there. Double takes it, but yeah, this time does have that kill secured. Out of Baby Door. As Hyunmin will be able to find one. Karan going to be taken down. Texture playing up close, looking for the timing. Hits the fake out, turns back over towards sight. Estrella now. Dead on the floor. 10 bullets remaining. Boombot going to be sent in.
So fast.
Let's quickly get cleared out. Still Bane here in position with that stinger in hand. Finds a headshot. Munchkin going to be struck down. Quickly TPs away. Repositions in towards back sight. Hyunmin now. Looking to escort them forward here with the ult play. Bane with a 3K swaps to the... It's a spot out, but nothing much going to be found there as this spike still not yet planted. Just causing delay tactics. Rocket going to be shorted as the kill target's already dead. Freeing Snipes Texture out of the air. Foxy 9 similarly going to be taken down. More time delay. The salvos, another volley going to be sent in. Munchkin just about able to stabilize that spray.
30 seconds left.
Helps get his teammate now into a 1v1. As Hyunmin will fall. Side. No one there to receive the damage of Baby Door. Textured swoops in. Estrella falls to the wayside. Now 4v4. Mako still lingering in the pit. Needing to work his way over, join in with the rest of the team. Paranoia connecting here on the two, forces them back in towards the site, but the door is being held. And the latter half of that Lotus is looking clean, but damn, what a shot from Freeing.
Push forward. Yunman backed off to quite a bit of damage. Gen.G, though, gonna take that opportunity to change directions. Might have found a good timing there. The drone clearing through A lobby gives a little bit of false information over to DRX, but that just slides Astray over. So this will be the weak side of the map. Gen.G's done a good job identifying that, but with 2 players down, could be a rough go of things. Meanwhile, Foxy trying to find some space to lurk.
Headshot unable to be found. This is going to apply some pressure here to the B site. Keep some interest here from DRX. Quick little backpedal and Texture. Swinging out, gets the insta headshot there to one tap. Freeing, however, is still up above on the rafters. It doesn't come away with the kill. It does get some very solid damage through. But now we go into a 3v3 with 2 players, both duelists remaining tagged up. First one to fall. There's Estrella able to find Texture there at screens. The Heaven fight going the way of Bane. There's Karan now needing to clutch it out. Fenneman nearly swinging into the angle, in the line of sight now, going to be spotted. Finds that first one, tucks back over towards the ramp, gets a spot up onto both. Challenges in for the fight, nearly gets Estrella. Texture able to get in, out in front of that vault line. Flash in hand there from Estrella. Texture snappy with a readjust, finds the headshot. Time dwindling, but Spike brought forward. In the end, 6 seconds still to spare as Gen.G look for a flawless anti-bonus.
That's just very difficult. Don't have too much util. Paranoia for Bane.
I have to just, okay, I was going to say sprinting into that elbow position, given they have a stinger behind, but we'll be able to find one. Looks for a little bit more. There's the stack up. Sends it towards screens. That'd be Mako. Does it. Sends it up towards Heaven, and Mako finds the timing, pushes the smoke. He's able to go ahead and collect that kill. And that's DRX very swiftly shutting the door here in Gen.G's face on that A site. Now they need to fight their way through Heaven. Strat tagged so very much. All the way down to 7 health. Swing out though, Karan not ready, and now Spike is on the floor. They're gonna have to double back to try to get this one, and right now Gen.G have no control whatsoever. Dimensional Drift is in play from Hyunmin. He's just pinging it all out. Spike does get scooped up. Looks like it's gonna be a long wrap around all the way through the sewer, back across into mid, where they do have Foxy now 9 trying to get an entry into that B site. Ash able to find one there, and Heaven takes out Maka before falling to Estrella's hands.
Look at Bane, though.
He's in the garage, and they might not read that at all.
Is Foxy not going to clear it?
He's starting to turn back in, but Bane is wise to this. Finds the headshot now. Munchkin is having to go for the plan of 1v4. As Salvos flying his way, a Paranoia crashing across players about to arrive in Heaven. Munchkin, sights turned back over. It's a shot onto one. The swing out, identifying their location, but just cannot line up the shots to isolate. Corner, as Hyunmin is jumping back over towards Ali. Looks for the transfer there, ends up catching the clone. Find the follow-up, and Estrella is able to find one. Karan down below behind the box. Picks it up, but Freeing able to capitalize before he can TP away.
Jeez.
Foxy will get himself on the board, picking up his first kill there as Freeing does fall. So we now go into a 3v2.
Spike planted.
Texture tucking back in towards Mail. Mako. Does he still suspect it? Looks like he absolutely does. And Texture may be about to walk into a trap, but no! The timing off just for both of them, but Foxy is there, watching the drop. Mako will hit the floor, and Hyunmin.
Oh my.
Well, Texture has just hand-delivered them a gun. So no, you don't have to sign for this.
On TV.
He's gone around into the back. So look at that second kill, but can't quite make it happen. Foxy 9 will be able to push the ramp, finds the punish. Australia going to be taken down, tucked into the corner though from Freeing. And the Stinger still going to be put to good use. Swaps over the classic, spamming through. Ash hits the floor. As Munchkin now spotted alone, wondering what in the hell has happened in this round. It's just absolute lunacy, and it's
Fusion. Spam here. Try to see if they can get Mako. Nope, he's going to get Texture instead.
The pit is a smoke, which means that Mako will kill you through it. Jiggle on the corner, Freeing. Force off the angle for a brief moment. Looks like he considers reaggressing, but will opt to back away. Speaking of op, got one in mid, brought forward here from DRX for the first time.
Toxins going up.
Jiggle peek, I think, is a little bit late. Doesn't spot out. Follow-up may have. His off shot going to go wide, but the rifling on point for Bane and Estrella. Caron only able to trade one out, and that leaves Foxy9 previously noted.
You've got male control.
Foxy breaking open that A side again. Trying to draw some attention there. Prowler keeping interest at B, however, is Hyunmin. Yep, shorty at that range, not going to get you too much good done. Freeing is able to go ahead and peel that pressure from the flank. Texture up top here on the Raptors, frantically trying to reestablish the aim. Eventually is able to find it. And now Gen.G in control for the first time in a damn long while.
Yeah.
Spike planted.
That early pressure they're able to create to get Hyunmin backed off of his angles with the op opens up so much space, and then Texture there, the confidence to push through towards Male. Ooh, this backstab from...
Entrying, catch it. Where did this showstopper go?
What? What?
Did it just evaporate? I'm not sure. Gonna have to see that back. He's able to plant his feet and find the rifle shot. What did I say about this round? Things are already getting weird. Freeing gonna be caught there on a time and trying to go for the iPad. Foxy9 just gets him from the flank. Now you've got Mako and Estrella still making their way over as the spike just now gets planted.
So confused. I mean, there might be a save. Baby Mako goes for something.
Oh, all Texture just getting his legs swept out from beneath him. A little jump there and a readjust from Mako. Collects both duelists. DRX wanting as big of an advantage on this half as they could possibly get. Now well poised to go ahead and make this an 8-4. Hyunmin sprinting at him with the dimensional drift in play. And realistically for Gen.G, I mean...
Who this TP is, though.
You've got some
Caron's right here.
That's true, he is, but not able to spot him out. Still potential to go for this backstab as the flash gets sent out. Hyunmin trying to flush out the enemy Piper. He cannot. It's Strand now falling. And suddenly they're right back into this round. Nightfall going to be sent. Ends up connecting onto one. Doesn't quite clip onto Bane there at screens. Mako swinging out. Caron dead. Flash in. And that is just going to be them getting taken down as Freeing dies to his own salvos. 30 seconds. The pivot is there. Munchkin, he's going to sprint for it.
God, what a read mid-round there by Caron. Knowing that the TP might be into the vents. That really broke things open for Gen.G. Gives Munchkin a chance in the 1v1 against Mako, who's been stellar in this round so far.
And it only comes to a 1v1 because Freeing governored himself. Gun barrel spotted Mako. But Mako going to be under some pressure, but he is shrugging it off. Both duelists dead. Munchkin says, maybe I will try my chances. And, well, he gets his moment, and then
doesn't pull the
he gets it back away. So Mako just massacres two outside of A and is able to escape.
Yeah, this just looks messy. I mean, Gen.G has an opportunity, but Mako's just better right now. That's all there is. That's all there is to it. Mako's just better. Everybody else just holding the line. I mean, you got to know this is A. Foxy's out in B lobby. There's nobody there. Finally, Caron's making his way over.
Oh, looking for the timing as that gate crash chasing forward. Paranoia goes across. Munchkin just able to tuck back away, but it seems like, didn't have the audio, didn't have the knowledge. So Hyunmin still able to go ahead and come away with the kill. Mako about to kill another player from the same position. He's just undefeatable at the top of that rope.
Yeah. Man's doing his best WrestleMania impression from the top ropes. Good combo plays.
Ooh, Ash is out into the open and is not finding the kill that he very much needed. Mako will be taken down, so one of the raid bosses eliminated here. As a Garage going to be controlled. Foxy9 for the moment. Have to try to stave things off at mid now. Picked apart. As Foxy looking for a little bit more. Estrella tucks back around the corner. Snakebite now going to be sent. That stops him from getting into the site, so the spike is not able to be brought forward here for a plant. Bane now is going to have it passed over as Foxy9
it's a great
position to try to strike here. Hyunmin, if he continued to swing the angle, would be able to find that kill, and instead, he's just going to be able to spray across to find both. Hyunmin, however, still fighting back. There's now a 1v1.
I got the spike.
Spike picked up. Gate crash at the ready, wants to go A little bit more of a reconnaissance mission here to start, but then Ops to just go ahead, exit the ult.
Spike planted.
Is he going to be ready for Texture to be that close, though?
Gun barrel spotted. He is not. 3. Texture trying to hold things here at Bet. The wide swing, though, from Estrella. Completely offsets. Cuts him down to size. Now the spike being brought across through the vent. Ash situated here on the A site by himself for the moment. Pop flashes out. Sending out another one, just trying to slow things up. Gate crash around the back of elbow, but Ash just found a timing. Swings out from screen side. Finds himself a third kill, and now it's freeing by himself. And he cannot find it. The open Texture. There's the blast pack to try to reposition. Hyunmin TPing forward. Munchkin going to be blinded up. Texture finding one, able to go ahead and swings back around the opposite side of the pillar. Bane is there, scaling forward aggressively. Gets on top of the op before he can redraw. Foxy, however, still holding things down. Finds Mako. There's the dimensional drift from Ash. Scouting out the double stack here at the elbow. Paranoia going to be sent through. Exits out. Ash swinging around back at the screen, unable to find that kill. As it's now just Charon. Aforementioned, tagged up a bit and spammed through the smoke. Perhaps Nightfall, that's going to be quite telling, and Charon going to be caught on a timing. Mako continuing to just utilize the opponent's ultimates against them. Swings as it goes out, gets rewarded with a kill. And now they shrug that off. TP into back sight. Munchkin looking for it. Does manage to find the shot there on a Bane. Foxy coming away with 2, so even with his low HP, was still able to find an immense amount of value. Now we go into a 2v2. Showstopper for the attempted retake. As Texture just looking to send it. Point blank. This one landing right at Freeing's feet. This Hyunmin.
Position reveal.
Gives it away. Does have a dimensional drift. He wants to try to exit into the flash, but doesn't find the kill that he so critically needed. The paint shell will obliterate him. As it would seem to be the case. Good amount of damage in. Paint shell once again going to be lobbed forward, but Bane does find Texture. Wall bangs him out of position to open up the A site.
Well, don't have much just yet. If Ash gets 1 kill, he will get the dimensional drift. It's a matter of finding the opportunity for it. They're going to be quick on this retake.
Flash towards back of sight, Armageddon.
It is.
Sent towards screens, but yeah, Ash arriving, finding 2, Karen finding another, but Hyunmin fighting back. But now is all alone. 45 health, the shots have to be on point, and he is not prepared for the first. Paint shell to cover his evacuation, shifts over now towards the Raptors, catches a glimpse, but cannot find the shot. Freeing, strafing forward, Munchkin, tension tied, up towards the Raptors, now Hyunmin able to find Texture. DRX suddenly, they go for a quick hit once again, and this time it is going their way. Weapons scooped up. Foxy, Charon, they just have to save. DRX, they're going to get up to map point. Unbelievable.
That first shot completely.
Line set, and Hyunmin able to get the catch. Charon just cannot get out fast enough, and Foxy 9 noted dead there on the Raptors. Texture arriving, able to find one. Puts down the Yoru as Ash goes forward. Dimensional drift of his own. Just go ahead and try to scout things out. Identifies where the op is at. The paint shell ends up bouncing off the corner. Texture absolutely beeps it. Doesn't get the interrupt on the plant. Doesn't get the damage in that he was looking for, and now he is just going to be shut down. Munchkin, a 1v4. Catching a glimpse on a 2. Drops down off the top, gets the haunt reveal. Still, however, a flank coming in from behind. As DRX could just go ahead and leave it to the IGL and captain, but
full trip. Gets the catch.
And that's going to be Hyunmin. Dead to rights. Texture able to find that. Catches a glimpse onto another one. Able to go ahead and finish the job as a couple kills get answered back.
Far.
For a little bit more, but crosshair offset. Mako able to just dance around those bullets. Doesn't take any damage. Keeps himself safe here for the moment. Munchkin looking to play the closer fight. Just drifts across. Damn near finds himself a second. It will be Ash that goes ahead, scoops up 1, gets the follow-up on Mako. And now they're just strafing into the site. Ping reveal from the cameras. Bane tucks back, but the spike, it is so far away from him. Cam rechecks. Foxy just poking and prodding, playing around with him as Charon.
There's that info.
Hang on to 1. Mako able to stay alive. Still held at bay though, and Hyunmin, because of that, he's left on an island. He's just alone here in the site, then gets taken down. Mako keeping forward over towards the door, able to find 1. Ash eliminated. But it's just Mako and Bane. The shock dart is going to be good for it. Munchkin just knocks him out of the park, and Texture on the re-peek.
Say,
What is this? What are you doing, Munchkin? Okay, it's an attempt at a crunch. Texture does arrive over at tiles to find one. Munchkin is just donk walking into main as the push of Foxy 9 is able to find one. Tuck back into the screen, looks for a little bit more. Mako able to go ahead and stabilize and bring an end to the madness here, at least a pause in it, as Estrella going to be res back into the action. And at the end of it all, it's going to be a 2v4. Things got weird.
Yep.
Just spotting one, cannot find Hyunmin, and that should be DRX getting their first round victory.
For Ash.
Surely.
You would think so, especially with the door not being broken. Now the identification from the knife. I mean, Ash wants to die here so he can get his ult. Like you were saying, cash capped, so no reason not to go for something, I would think.
Yeah. Worst case, give Hyunmin knives. As leg spotted, freeing, have to be a regular occurrence as the paranoia is out onto Estrella. And Mako just mows down two. Once again, just shrugging off the pressure. It's pushed into the smoke. Mako good for another one. Karan cannot hold the door. Ben just staying tucked there into the corner, now repositions as the reload comes in.
Spike planted.
And this is the worry. When you throw a round away.
They're really trying to make this uncomfortable for Bane.
All right.
It works.
It does. And Spike for now going to be left behind as going to be cleared out. Hyunmin starting to work his way forward towards Pizza, but you got three players pretty much on this angle. One playing anti and Texture. Spot out the elbow. He's able to find the wall bang shot. 2 wall kills here in the round. Still a dimensional drift if he wants to, if he gets into a point where he needs to use it. But there's the ping reveal. Estrella, staying tucked. Munchkin opts to not swing for this. As Foxy waits out in the 0 point. And on a swivel, just can go in for that
30
peek.
seconds left.
Flash out, Salvos. Let's go ahead and offset. Munchkin going to be taken down. Sight opened up a bit. Still have to try to work their way through Texture, and there's a TP across as Karan does join in. 15 seconds remaining. Mako able to find one as Foxy 9 will be taken down. The paranoia, however, going across to try to save them off. Texture finds the shot. Mako hits the floor, and Karan.
There's some boathouse. Not happening. Bye.
Peek out. Texture gets his. Dips. Joins in here at Heaven on this A site.
They're ready for this. They got that jet.
Paranoia onto one, stun going out. As Ping does get the reveal, so they know that the off is here at Heaven, but Mako dead. They're still strafing forward as Karan holds down the flank. Spray through the smoke.
Comes down to Ash here.
Finds the first, can't steady for the second. Bane finding a bit of a weakness there, breaks through. There's a neural theft revealing. Foxy strafing dead. Hyunmin, the perfect position to go ahead, get that interception. Karan, however, still here at Hell, able to find Mako. Strikes him down as Bane is trying to bring the spike forward to bear into the A side. Munchkin still a world away, taking his time. Not necessarily convinced, it would seem, but maybe his involvement isn't needed. And now he is, as Hyunmin does manage to find the 3K. Looking for the 4th as he shuts the door and gets ready to plant the spike, but Munchkin now getting into position.
Spike planted.
Still has a drone, still has a recon.
Hasn't used any of that util yet. Is he just gonna try to clear everything dry?
Trying to just quiet drop down the box. Hyunmin, eyes on the angle, leg spotted, swings out, restudies the aim. Snipe it, now sets up for the gate crash, and the pressure, however, comes in before he can really react. Didn't have anything pre-set up, so Texture just gets out on an island by himself and pick the pieces now. 2-player advantage. DRX are looking for that 8 and 4. The push in. Hyunmin instantaneous with the knives, but so too is Karan. Trying to hold down this site, but now he's going to be flashed up, blinded by the paranoia. Ends up getting taken down. Munchkin noted here by the cam. As it's looking to be a damn near flawless round here for DRX. Get themselves into a solid spot. Drone never checked this position. Okay, things are starting to get a little bit scrappy. Texture down low, the jump onto the corner, and that's going to be Foxy9 coming away with 2. Estrella freeing, both going to fall. Munchkin, the casualty on the side of Gen.G thus far. Mako looking for a little bit more, can't quite make it happen, but he had been Bane coming alive, and that's going to be them holding. And timing on the push, Hyunmin using the drone against him to fantastic effect. And just like that, DRX so heavily favored to convert this bonus. Gen.G desperately needs some openings. Otherwise, it might just have to be, get settled down in pizza and try to go for a save. Still a lot of time to work through. This Hyunmin not jiggling the corner anymore. Now swings out, gets the headshot tap. Texture falls. This Bane looks for a little bit more that he can, but it's going to be a tiny amount of damage dealt here. This Bane turning from flash, instantaneous with a headshot. Karen does flush him out, but now falls as Mako comes away with one of his own. Frank pushing forward here through the door. The spike still not yet planted. Foxy9 on a backstab angle. Slowly creeping forward. The stealth drone, however, spoiling the plot. Comes away with it. Into A main. Saw Munchkin. Taron there as well. And Karan hits a hell of a shot. Salvo's immediately going to be sent here. Pop flash coming through. And the flash connecting on the Karan. So he ends up giving up the plot, letting him know that he's tucked away in towards wide. But Estrella now going to be taken down as Foxy9 swoops in from tree. Gets the shots connecting. Texture. TP's into hell. Bring's been felled. And suddenly, Gen.G only for a flawless Thrifty. Weapon scooped up, the ping reveal on the 2. Bane and Hyunmin completely and utterly noted. It has to be a 2v5. Smoke is cycled here and keeping Heaven covered. A random turnaround here from the side of Gen.G. Texture. Picking up a second here. Tries to drop down. Bane will be able to find the punish. Maybe look for a couple more kills, but already has his ult. Drops down, trying to check in around hell. Nothing going to be noted. Ash, seizing a little timing, will go ahead and finish him off. And Texture, he's just going to swing this angle. Hyunmin has the shot. Might have seen Ash on the jiggle peak. He will just stay tucked back over towards bench, but that's the spike, so he needs to be very careful. It seems like Hyunmin is damn suspicious about it, now has it confirmed.
30 seconds
Opts to back away. Sights now turned towards A here from Gen.G. Down a player, is freeing. To try to slow things up, sends out the concuss, eats a bit of damage. Salvo's going to be sent, and Foxy9 strafing across them. Eats a headshot.
Time.
It's just not on their side. 14 seconds. Gen.G need to be explosive here, but it's going to be Ash taken out, and there you go. Round is done, dusted. DRX going blow for blow, back and forth. Will reestablish 4v5 thrifty attempt to try to stop DRX from getting themselves up to map point, and there's no eyes set over towards that market position. Gunmen looking to reposition, closes the gap. Texture dead. Karan only able to find the one as freeing. Pretty hot on their heels. Gen.G, they are far from being comfortable here, as there's a blind and there's freeing, striking from behind.
30 seconds left.
The Armageddon now stacked up. Texture able to find one, finds his second. Estrella on the floor. Now a 2v2 as the spike gets ready to be planted. Bane finds a headshot. Ash dead. Munchkin, the last one standing, is Mako. Swoops